Hi everyone, I am Abigail Tugawen and this time I am going to discuss to you about basic leadership training which tackles about the definition of leadership, characteristics of leadership, leadership styles, attitudes of successful leaders, and effective leaders. Leadership is a process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective or task or sway their decision and opinions. It also means to direct the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent or to influence a group of individuals to reach a common goal. There are two types of leadership, which is the process leadership and the trait leadership. Wherein trait leadership, these are the leaders that acquires the leadership skills and knowledge through leadership training, workshop, and seminars. While trait leadership is a common knowledge that the leaders are born and not made. Four factors of leadership includes the leader, follower, communication, and situation. Leader must have an honest understanding of themselves, what they know, and what they can do as a leader to be able to lead effectively. For the followers, they are the direct recipient of leadership. Communication, there must be a continuous and two-way communication between leaders and followers, and much of it is non-verbal in form. Situation is the circumstance where the leadership is exercised and followed. No situations are the same. You must always use your judgment to decide the best course of action and style needed to reach the situation. Leadership should have the following characteristics, which include positive attitude, wherein a great leader knows leadership is about leading with good example. A focused approach, wherein a great leader is able to stay focused and ensure the team works efficiently toward achieving the objectives. A decisive mind, wherein a leader can't just make a decision, but they have to ensure the decision is correct and benefits the team. An empowering character, which recognizing other people's talent can have a big motivational aspect. If you help a person become better, you provide them with new opportunities and new challenges. An empathetic nature, wherein empathy and the ability to consider other people while pursuing the vision are part of a leader agenda. A communicative ability, wherein a leader needs to be able to communicate the vision clearly in order to achieve following and motivating others behind his or her cause. And a good communication is built around the following building blocks, which are the ability to listen, the ability to emphasize and to empathize, and the ability to encourage. Different leadership styles include democratic leadership, autocratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, strategic leadership, transformational leadership, transactional leadership, coach-style leadership, and bureaucratic leadership. Democratic leadership is exactly what it sounds like. The leader makes decisions based on the input of each team members, although he or she makes the final call. Each employee has an equal say on the project's direction. Democratic leadership is one of the most effective leadership styles because it allows lower-level employees to exercise authority where they'll need to use wisely in the future position they might hold. Autocratic leadership is the inverse of democratic leadership. In this leadership style, the leader makes decisions without taking input from anyone who reports to them. Employees are neither considered nor consulted prior to a direction and are expected to adhere to a decision at a time and pace stipulated by the leader. Laissez-faire leadership. The French term laissez-faire literally translates to let them do, and leaders who embrace it affords nearly all authorities to their employees. Although laissez-faire leadership can empower employees by trusting them to work however they'd like, it can limit their development and overlook critical company growth opportunities. Therefore, it's important that this leadership style is kept in check. Strategic leaders sit at the intersection between a company's main operations and its growth opportunities. He or she accepts the burden of executive interest while ensuring that current working conditions remain stable for everyone else. Transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is always transforming and improving upon the company's conventions. Employees might have a basic set of tasks and goals that they complete every week or month, but the leader is constantly pushing them outside their comfort zone. Transactional leadership. These managers rewards their employees for precisely the work they do. This leadership style can use incentive programs to motivate employees, but they should be consistent with the company's goals and used in addition to unscheduled gestures of appreciation. Coach-style leadership is similar to sports team coach, and this leader focuses on identifying and nurturing the individual strengths of each member on his or her team. This style offers strong similarities to strategic and democratic leadership but puts more emphasis on the growth and success of individual employees. Bureaucratic leadership. Bureaucratic leaders go by the books. This style of leadership might listen and consider the input of employees, unlike autocratic leadership. But the leader tends to reject an employee's input if it conflicts with company policy or past practices. Attitudes of a successful leader includes positive communication, gratitude, unite the team, empower and develop others, take responsibility, and showing empathy. Positive communication. This would have to be one of the biggest influencers in the workplace. As a leader, your influence will carry great weight. If you choose to congratulate and encourage, or to order and criticize, your choice will clearly set the tone of your leadership. Gratitude. A leader who takes time to acknowledge the hard work of their staff is going to build a strong trust-based team. On the other hand, those leaders who bark others with little appreciation of the contribution anyone else makes is not going to earn trust or respect. Unite the team. While it's good to be vulnerable and let your team know that you are a person, it is also important to see the vulnerabilities of others and to unite your staff. When there is gossip or dissent taking place, a strong leader will let everyone know that there is no place for gossip or petty conflicts. A positive workplace is one where every team members feel valued and respected. Empower and develop others. Successful leaders are quick to share their knowledge and do what they can do to empower others. They want to grow the leadership and the professional skills in members of their team. Take responsibility. A clear telltale sign of a good leader is one who steps up and accepts responsibility each and every time. There is nothing worse than a leader who will step aside and let one of their team members takes the blame for an unfortunate situation or outcome. Show empathy. A clear leader has a high level of emotional intelligence. They have an understanding of where the other person is coming from, even if they don't agree with them. Showing empathy to staff members will contribute significantly to positive workplace culture and job satisfaction. We all want to feel understood, and a strong leader knows that and makes sure it happens. Leadership effectiveness is the key analysis of organizational success or failure while examining the factors that leads to organizational success. Also, leadership effectiveness refers to the capabilities of an effective leader, which is to lead a team. You need to understand leadership effectiveness, and for this, it is necessary to learn to understand to be understood later. If we want to change a situation, we must change ourselves, and to be able to change effectively, we must first change our perceptions. Next is to relate effectively with other people. We must learn to listen, and this requires emotional control. Listening requires having highly developed qualities of character such as patience, being open to change and criticism, and wanting to understand. Lastly, it is important and effective to act from a low emotional level, give advice, and direct at high levels. Personality. Successful leaders have a pleasing personality, and personality is a sum of physical, mental, and social qualities. Personality is the only characteristic of a good leader to influence the subordinates. Human skills. The human skills refers to the interpersonal skills, and the leader must understand the feelings, emotions, and expectations of the subordinates. Such knowledge would enable the leader to develop interpersonal relationships with the subordinates, which are vital in any organization. Communication skills. Effective leaders are good communicators, and effective communications in three critical areas is the key to win trust and confidence of the subordinates. Administrative skills. Leadership should be administered as required to undertake management functions such as planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Decision making. Leadership effectiveness helps leaders in effective decision making, and there is a need to identify the problems accordingly. After analyzing the cost benefit of every alternative solutions, the leader needs to select the best solutions to solve the problem. Conceptual. Leadership should be conceptual as it helps to visualize and analyze problems or situations. And a top level leader considers a long term perspective and they need to handle difficult or complex situations. Innovations. Leadership should bring in innovation in an organization, and innovation should be creative. Therefore, the leader should have the imagination to develop new ideas to handle the activities or situations. A good subordinate expects the leader to be innovative. Initiative. The quality of leadership should be initiated as the leader should be initiated. Effective leaders can take place only when the leader is at the position to do the right things and the right time without being reminded. The decision should be taken without causing delay and convenience to others, and therefore the leader should initiate the subordinates as well. Intelligence. An intelligent leader is efficient enough to make decisions and to deal with people, and there is a need to have an intellect intelligence and emotional intelligence because this would enable an effective leadership to taking the right decisions not only in the interest of the organization but also in the interest of the employees. Ethics and values. Leadership effectiveness also involves ethics and values. There shouldn't be any kind of cheating or manipulation because it is important to have honesty, integrity, compassion, and courage among the leaders. Respect and trust. People are naturally drawn to leaders whom they trust and respect. Fear and control based leadership could get some followers in short term, but such coercive leadership will not earn the loyalty of subordinates. And to build a loyal team, a leader must be trustworthy. Delegation. One cannot do everything, and the leader needs to delegate tasks effectively. The leader needs to know each member's strengths and weaknesses and delegate responsibilities accordingly. This would make the team members feel appreciated and recognized. Appreciation. A leader should value each team member and makes each member feel valued. Each member of the team feels their role is important and appreciated. Praise in public and criticize in private. Handling success and failures. It is very important that a great leader should know how to handle each success and failure. Celebrate the successes and at the same time, the leader should learn from the failures. Remember, whenever there is a success, attribute it to the entire team. And when the team faces a failure, accept responsibility for the failure. So that's all everyone. Thank you very much for your time and God bless.